Right, it's Sunday.
The day of rest.
A day of rest. We were supposed to go to a bike race today, but I'm still sore from my crash.
I am tired perpetually.
Jess is quite tired because it's the end of the season. Chris couldn't make it in the end, so we decided not to go. So instead, we've packed most of our lives into the van. What have we learnt? We're going to need a bigger van for the moving, which is now in 2 weeks. Just trying to be as organised as possible. Bigger van needed.
There's no bikes in this van currently.
There's no bikes in this van or any of the things we use on a day-to-day basis. That's no problem. Now we know. What else are we doing today?
We're going to do a slow bike ride.
Gentle bike
We're going to
ride.
have competition who can keep their heart rate the lowest.
Lowest heart rate on a bike ride.
I'm going to wear a t-shirt.
So one of the key challenges we want to try and take on in this little video diary is how to capture the mundane, how to capture the lows of everyday life, running a small little company, doing what we do. It's really easy, we find, to capture all the highs and the interesting stuff, going to races and doing interesting work and playing with new things, travelling. That's easy. Everybody does that. How do you capture the other stuff? How do you capture when things don't go quite right? When someone has a paddy, when something isn't working? The next clip is our first attempt at trying to piece together some things that just sometimes they don't go right. We want to show that. Kind of warts and all account.
George has got the GoPro on our bike ride and I was just feeling really rubbish, and I'd had what we think is maybe just an energy slump. There's a different pattern of highs and lows in my emotions, and quite often I think riding the bike and using that bit of extra energy is what sort of brings them out, and I end up either just being really quiet or feeling like I've not enjoyed the bike ride, or even sometimes just crying, which isn't that fun to film, but happens. Like I say, we think it's just an issue of like low energy, perhaps because of the way we're like fueling and eating. We've just tried to limit our sugar intake today, and actually I didn't have a slump yet. So maybe it is just as simple as us not having too much chocolate or biscuits. Or there could be something else, but you don't know until you sort of investigate. So we're just looking into what that might be, because I love riding my bike and I don't want to be a big mardarse crying. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on what that might be about.
Yo.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Not work, but not work.
No, but what have you just done?
Written blog.
A blog?
Yeah, well, blog post.
You managed to find time to do work, do your vlog with me, do your bike riding, and do a blog as well. Stop it. Stop it. Also, you're wearing your hair down today, which I think is a convention of the... it's a breach of the rules, isn't it? Little bum, baby bum.
It's just a floppy bum.
I need to be on the phone. I sit here. I need to be in private. Oh shit. Jessica, I didn't think that through. That's not funny. If you weren't here, I genuinely wouldn't be able to get out.
Really? Okay.
I think I messed up. Because there's no...
Yeah, there's no release from the inside. This could be our last ever cafe trip.
Not something I can accept, to be honest. Later.
Wow. Just had to do a midday costume change. Classic.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah.
There are supporters t-shirts which you can buy on our website. For our the race team that we sponsor. Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Fab. I'm a model, idiot. There. Guys, I've never been happy about anything than George converting to Birkenstocks and socks. Honestly, it makes me so happy. Now I've got mine on.
Okay, cool.
Ugh,
Yeah,
look at that.
Send it over to me this afternoon.
What a hunk.
Got a bit of time to look at some stuff. I need to speak with Chris anyway.
So we've just done some photos and we've made sure that George is wearing 2 different sizes of t-shirts this time, because I know as a consumer when I'm looking online for garments, it's so much easier to kind of work out what size you are when they just do a really simple line of information that says the model is this tall, and then they say what size they're wearing, and then you can compare your own size with it. So we've just put George in a medium t-shirt and a small, and we'll put both up on the website and let people know the different sizes that he's wearing. The more information you can give to customers, the more likely they are to buy things, and then be pleased when it turns up and it actually fits.
What about
Sugar!
We're on day 2 of basically trying to correct some bad habits we'd formed with sugar.
Yeah. We've been in a really nice situation, living in a home environment where we've got classic mum syndrome of like fully stocked cupboards all the time. Like literally any food we can dream of is
Sugar
in those
everywhere.
cupboards.
Yeah.
And then like in the living room there's literally a box full of chocolate, and like I don't mean like a box of chocolate, I mean like a plastic like storage box full of like Maltesers,
Chocolates. All kinds of chocolates.
yeah, I mean I'm
all kinds
obsessed
of
with
brands.
Maltesers, but all the chocolates, and I've been tucking in almost every day, and then struggling to wake up in the morning after having eaten chocolate at night.
Yeah.
And then having massive sugar crashes at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
which I've struggled to like climb back out of.
The most noticeable thing for you is not being able to climb out of your crashes in the early afternoon, or even sometimes middle of the morning.
Yeah, like 11.
And I think those have been where we've been normally we were quite good at getting our kind of like feeding right, but we've been getting breakfast wrong recently. And as soon as we started getting breakfast wrong in the last like month and a half,
Yeah.
I think our ability to climb out of kind of like sugar dips has been really bad.
Yeah. Well, because we've just not really had control over it. Not to complain, we could have been like, we're going to have porridge every day, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, but we've not. We've just kind of fitted into what's been available here.
Yes.
Which has been like a bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Including like pastry and then yummy cereals, and then sometimes just like toast, which I'll put like chocolate spread on.
Yeah, and I think we were combating our sugar crashes with coffee, which just compounds the problem.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? And that's just made it a little bit worse. And it's something that I spotted recently. We were getting just too far down in these holes at times than we wouldn't normally.
Yeah.
So we basically eliminated sugar for a short period to try and get back a sense of normality. So we're on day 2 of that. How do you feel?
I already can feel the difference. Because I think sugar is such a fast-acting thing. It's not like trying to cut like gluten out of your diet, which it takes weeks to notice a difference.
For examples, I've been diverting to having like toast and jam as my breakfast, which would then be met with a middle morning chocolate bar, which, wind back to when we were living by ourselves, I wouldn't have made those feeding choices,
No.
like even close to those choices. And I think that's just and we should know better, right? You're technically by degree a sports scientist. I'm what I refer to as an amateur sports scientist. A good friend of ours is a fully fledged, almost PhD level nutritionist. We should know better.
Yeah.
But I think we just got to start on a few bad habits.
Yeah. I found it easier to wake up this morning.
Easy to wake up. I found it easier to concentrate the last 2 days. I've been much more effective because I've not been yo-yoing because of the sugar.
Yeah. Because literally, I felt like I was waking up with a hangover like every day.
I was discussing this with Will, the nutritionist, a little bit, because I think sugar has crept more and more into our diet because of the race season. Because of the race season, we're so used to having a gel or grabbing a sugary snack to get energy to go for a ride or go for a race or go for a hard training session, that I think we became more and more normalised to sugar over the first part of this year, and then moved here to that comfortable environment with sugar all over the place, and we just kind of drunk it in.
Yeah.
Forgotten some of our basic principles, like getting our breakfast really dialed in, and then from that, yo-yoing all day and then making it worse with more sugar and coffee.
Yeah.
So changes. I feel better.
Yeah, feel better.
Good.
We'll try and keep this up.
And you look better.
Do I?
In my shirt, I mean, you look better in that than me.
Like,
You've stolen that.
is it my face?
So this week is a bit of a classic week of two halves for us, isn't it?
My head's popping out the top. Yeah.
Week of two halves. First half, basically all in the office, admin time, concentrating.
Computers.
Computers. Brr, 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 brr,
Then, action.
Second half, up into London.
Going to London. I got a branded women's bike ride on Saturday. Then we've got a
branded product ride with Sigma Sports and Wend on Sunday. And then Monday we've got a day out with the whole race team that we sponsor. They've got like an intramural race happening at Hillingdon.
Yeah, and so we'll be doing that all day, and then
we've got meetings in town on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday up in town.
Yeah, so it's gonna feel like a long week.
It's gonna feel like a long week, and then when we get back,
it'll be 1 week until we move.
1 week until we move, which we're not quite ready for. I don't think.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready.
We
will shove things in boxes. And
boxes are packed. That's not the problem. It's everything else.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got some new Kilner jars.
She's got some new Kilner jars. I bought a new pair of shoes. Everybody's happy.
Okay.
Moving time. Okay, cool. So lots more interesting stuff to come in the video later on this week.
Yeah, we're collecting up everybody's comments and questions into a notebook, and we're going to try and cover stuff.
Try and cover a couple of questions every episode.
Yeah, try and cover everything. So yes, keep watching.
Keep watching. See you later.